Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we are looking at Cthulhu Wars Beyond Time and Space. This is another add-on for Cthulhu Wars, and it is really reflective, so you're probably going to see my ceiling and possibly me in the process. So it contains 3 loyalty cards and 7 minis. The Hounds of Dallas, 4 Wamps, and 2 Vunith. I don't know how to pronounce any of this crap. So let's see what we've got here. Now, Petersen Games makes some really awesome stuff, so I'm sure this will probably be no exception. I don't like that they put a bunch of the minis in these little bags. I think that's kind of lazy and cheap. But we'll look at the minis first, then the cards. Okay, so here we have our Hound of Tindalos. This is another beautifully sculpted piece that looks like it'll break if you drop it. Now, these are surprisingly resilient most of the time, but I would still be a little careful with them and try not to drop them. They are vinyl, so it does tend to hold up pretty well under the occasional dropping, but depending on the height and the stability of that particular mold. So I would be careful with that. There's a lot of little pieces that could break off. These spines, I'd be more worried about these fingers though. So cool looking mini. Let's take a look at our other minis here. Bag will open. Now, as usual with Petersen Games, they have one mold for each thing and they just give you multiples of it. So here is our Vunith. We get 2 of these in the box. It's a pretty cool looking, scary looking monster. But they're both exactly the same, which is a little disappointing because it saves them some money, but for the $25 I'm paying for the box, it would be nice to have slightly different sculpts to admire. So, pretty cool looking, but again, a little variety would be nice. I'm not faulting them for doing it this way, but you know they're paying like 3 cents a piece for these, so it'd be nice if they would just go ahead and do a couple more sculpts. But nice stable base, as always, nicely weighted. And here are our Wamps. There are 4 of these in the bag. So let's see if I can get some different angles on them. That's kind of convenient. Alright, so lots of little pieces on here hanging off, little claw. Nice looking sculpt, otherwise very creepy looking. He's standing on this like rock thing, which comprises part of the base. So nicely weighted and probably not going to come apart on you. You can see the seam though. That's a little cheap in my opinion. I don't like seeing the seam on it. It usually says that they got a little lazy at the factory, but they really couldn't do it as one piece, I suppose. So it's something you're gonna have to work around if you're gonna paint these. It doesn't bother me as much as it does the artists who are going to try and paint them. But still cool looking minis, nice quality. Seeing the seam is a pretty minor complaint in the grand scheme of things. If you're trying to paint it, it's frustrating, but beyond that, really doesn't affect gameplay or the stability of the piece. It does stand just fine. So that's the minis. We've got 3 loyalty cards. This is the Hound of Tindalos. The cards are nice quality, good card stock. I don't know if they make protector sleeves big enough for these, probably not, but they're not going to resist any kind of water. The coating is very matte coating, so it's going to absorb water fairly easily, just like any other card game card or CCG card would. Probably a little better than CCG cards would. So you want to be real careful about liquids around these and beating up the edges. They are rounded corners, which is nice, but I would still be a little careful and treat them a little more delicately than you would others. Alright, next is the Vunith? Vunith. Yeah. I don't know how to say any of these names. I don't care. Scary Monster 45. How's that? So, like I said, you get 2 of these in the box. Pretty scary looking monster. These are neutral monsters. Now, also a neutral monster is the Wamp. So it has the same information on the back. And there are 4 of these in the unit, so be aware of that. They have a combat value of 0 though, so there's that. But still look pretty cool, really could change the way you play the game. And Sandy Petersen is really good at game design, so it does look like these are going to be fun. So that's what's inside the box for Beyond Time and Space for Cthulhu Wars from Petersen Games. It's a good addition. There's some cool monsters in here that could really change the tide of battle or change the way you play the game. So it could be a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to be a good addition, and I'd be excited to add these to the game. So that's what's in the box. We've seen that, and you've heard my opinion on the minis and the cards. So that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. And if you want to help the channel in other ways, links are in the description and on the About page. As always, we hope to see you on the next one.